everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Weight Watchers and a current issue that seems to keep popping up in my subscription box when it comes to comments on my What I Eat in a Day videos, comments on my Instagram, and comments regarding Weight Watchers in general. I see a lot of people saying, I've been doing Weight Watchers, I've been sticking to my dailies, and since the introduction of 0 point foods, I am not losing weight. Or they are maintaining their weight or losing it very, very slowly, like they're not losing it as they should or as they think they should be doing. And this kept popping up, and for me personally, I have never had a struggle with the program. I have done it to the best of my ability, and I've never gone and unexpectedly not lost weight unless I know the reason why, like I've indulged that week, or same on my period and that affects my weight. Like I've never had a surprise. So that got me thinking, like, what must people be doing? Like, why is it working so well for me and not for others? And this 0 point situation, this confusion regarding the 0 point foods kept cropping up. And what I've also found is people are very, very much in two camps right now when it comes to Weight Watchers. You'll either get people that are loving the new system and think it's, like myself, amazing, working really, really well for their body, working really well for their lifestyle, their choices, or you'll get people that are really hating it, and there's kind of no middle ground. There's no people that are just like, it's okay, it's fine. People are having two very, very different experiences and different opinions on the Weight Watchers plan at the moment, and I think it's all down to these reasons why. So I'm going to start at the beginning a little bit and just give you some general facts and the changes that have happened and why I think that these changes and people acting in certain ways are decreasing their chances of weight loss. And the first thing is that we have had such a massive introduction into the plan of what are called 0 point foods. So 0 point foods cost nothing on your daily points. I just want to put that out there. So things like vegetables, chicken breast, eggs, all things like that are now considered 0 point foods. And I think what people are forgetting is 0 point food does not mean 0 calories. And I think that is a massive mistake that people are making. What Weight Watchers have tried to do, in my opinion, is to make people make smarter choices. And in doing so, it means that they will maintain their weight and make smarter choices even when they've gotten to their goal. That doesn't mean fill up on all these 0 point foods and then go on to use your dailies, because that is just not what it's about. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are falling down and making the mistake. So when Weight Watchers introduced these 0 point foods, they also took away 7 points from everybody's recommended dailies. Now 7 points might seem like a lot because 30 used to be the minimum of daily points that anyone could have, and now the minimum has gone down to 23, which may seem crazy when you consider the fact that a slice of bread is 4 or 5 points. Like, you might think, wow, this is insane, like how am I supposed to live within this point budget that I've been allocated from Weight Watchers, which is meant to be healthy for me? And what that means is basically all of these 0 point foods that used to cost points, and I keep saying points because I don't mean calories, because every single food that you put into your body has a calorie value, unless it's water. Every vegetable, every fruit, every single thing you put into your body will have some kind of calorie within it. So they're never ever free. Unless it's water, it is not free. And I think that that is the big mistake that people are making. They're filling up on all these 0 point foods, and then they're thinking that they can eat them in absolute excess, and that is not the case, because obviously you're forgetting the fact that all of these foods, despite the fact that they are called 0 points, do not mean they come with a 0 calorie price tag in terms of point value. So I'm gonna let that sink in, because I kind of feel like that it might hit some people like a ton of bricks. Like, you're thinking, why have Weight Watchers said it means 0 when it absolutely doesn't mean 0? It can be quite confusing, and it can be really frustrating, especially if you're sat there and you're eating 5 eggs for breakfast because you think, well, they're free, I can eat what I want till I'm satisfied, and then you have a big salad for lunch with loads of chicken in it. You think that you're literally living on a 0 point day. You think that your calorie intake is really, really good, when actually all of these foods used to have point values on the old system. For example, eggs used to be 2 points. They are now free. I think it goes back to what Weight Watchers were trying to do, is make people switch to healthier alternatives. So perhaps instead of you having a red meat that will cost you more, or perhaps having, I don't know, something alternative for your lunch. You may have egg whites, you may have eggs, you may have more veggies, and these are less in calories than other choices you may have made. You may have had bread, you may have had noodles, rice, whatever. So what they're trying to make you do is make smarter choices. What they don't mean is eat it in excess and then go on to eat your dailies as well, because you've not gone into them because you've had 0 point foods. And again, I think that is where everyone is making the massive mistake, and it's an easy mistake to make, but I kind of feel like if you don't know and you just assume that these are free, you may eat them in excess to when you're satisfied, when you're full, and then you might go on to eat your dailies. And then if you think about it, all these calories that you've taken in during the day, it's a lot of calories. And it goes back to that very basic principle in any kind of weight loss or weight gain. If you're taking in more calories in a day than you are burning, that is going to result in a maintained or an increased weight. And it's a very simple black and white process. If you are taking in less calories than you are burning, you will lose weight. If you're taking in more calories than you are burning, you will increase your weight. And I think it's just basically as simple as that. And it is quite confusing. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, I did really well on the old system when you used to have to point eggs. It was very simple, it was very straightforward. I pointed the egg, I knew exactly where I was. But again, it's all about that making you make smarter choices to make the plan more sustainable, to make the plan more realistic, to make it more relatable. If you want to go out and have a chicken breast for your dinner, and you want to go to a restaurant and have a chicken dish, you know that chicken breast is free for the most part. It makes you make those choices rather than having a burger where, you know, you have the burger to consider, you have the bun to consider. You might opt for smarter choices generally. And I think again, and I've mentioned this in my app video, it's all about training the mind to make smarter choices in general. It's not about a quick fix. Let's not forget another massive change that Weight Watchers implemented, which again I feel like has added to the confusion, it's added to the what is going on here, and that is the fact that now you can roll over daily points. So back in the day when Weight Watchers first started, daily points could not be rolled over. That was what you should have been consuming during the day. If you don't consume them, those points are lost. That was the old system. What Weight Watchers have tried to do now, because they've introduced 0 point foods, again, not 0 calories, I keep stressing that, like I want to get you guys to understand that 0 points does not mean 0 calorie value. What they're trying to do is to make you opt for the smarter things, eat them till you're satisfied, and then perhaps you will have dailies to roll over to give you that buffer. You might be going out on a night out, you might fancy a takeaway, you might fancy some chocolate, and you can indulge in these things without worrying about not losing the weight. And the mistake is people are eating all of these 0 point foods in excess, then they're going and eating their daily points, and then they're wondering why at the end of the week they've not lost weight. Well, it's because you've taken in more calories than you burn, and it is literally as simple as that. And I think that that is the mistake a lot of people are making when it comes to Weight Watchers, when it comes to the 0 point foods and everything like that. And yeah, it might sound quite tricky when you think about it all together, but when you think about it as the basic principle of if you're burning more calories than you're taking in, you're going to lose weight. I personally really love the 0 point food situation because again, it helps me to make smarter choices, and it makes maintaining now, which is where I'm at, more sustainable because my mind is already trained to opt for smarter choices, to know point values. And I think what it might be quite interesting for you guys to do if you want to do this is perhaps go and look at the foods that you're eating that are considered to be 0 point foods and go and look at the calorie value. That is a great way for you to know just how 0 point it actually is. For example, if you eat an egg, it's not free because obviously the yolk is quite fatty, but now they're classed as 0 point foods, so it is mega confusing. And I understand that people kind of just think it's either free or it's not, and that's the issue that a lot of people are facing. And I feel like that's the reason, again, because people are so used to it, and then this has been such a massive change. Like, yogurt is free. How is yogurt free? Like, it's full of dairy, it's full of whatever, and it's suddenly free. But it's because they want you to increase your intake of the good fats and the good foods, and then let your dailies roll over if they need to. You don't have to consume all of those points to stay in your healthy range, and I think that's what people are forgetting. You can actually leave a significant amount of your points in the day and still be seen as eating the appropriate amount of foods, but it's just the right foods. Like, what are you eating until you're satisfied? Are you eating the good point foods, or are you eating the things that aren't that great for you, or are you combining both? and that is where a lot of the issues come in. So yeah, that's in a nutshell. Like, I could bang on for quite a while, but I feel like those are the basic principles, those are the basic mistakes that people are making. And again, it all comes down to that fact that 0 food points does not mean 0 calories, and it is literally as simple as that. I hope that this has kind of answered some burning questions that you may have as to why you might not be losing the weight as quickly, or why you're not losing the weight full stop, or you know, the difference between the point values and why everything has suddenly changed. Like, that might help it to make a little bit more sense for you guys. I hope it does. If it hasn't, if something is a bit unclear or you have any questions regarding this, comment down below. I always answer my questions and my comments and my messages and that kind of thing, so make sure you do get in touch if something here is a little bit vague. If you're wondering about the app in general, I have done a video, a very in-depth video, talking you step by step through the Weight Watchers app, so I will link that somewhere above. I never know which side. I'll link it above so you guys can go and check it out, and I'll put all my what I eat in a day videos down below so you guys can see what I've been eating in terms of points, the choices that I've been making, because as I said, I've had a steady weight loss. I've lost 37 pounds since June. I'm at my goal weight. Well, I'm actually 7 pounds under my goal weight, which is incredible, and an amount of weight I never thought I would lose. And yeah, so if you are looking for foodie inspo, you might be thinking like, okay, well, what are you eating then? Show us how you are managing your points. Show me what I can be eating and what I can be doing. I will link my entire playlist of what I eat in a day down below. They are super popular. I know you guys really love them. I love to film them as well, so keep the thumbs up and the comments on those videos coming, because they really motivate me to produce more for you guys. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more Weight Watchers and foodie videos from me in the future, along with beauty, fashion, lifestyle and all that jazz, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!